So the new Sonic game gets teased. Finally, right? After so many months of waiting and speculating, we finally get a new entry in the main series lineup. Most people were excited by the trailer. It had a darker approach, similar to Sonic's 2000s era, and just looked nice visually. But the single most notable thing to take away from this trailer is Sonic's partner that joins him on this new adventure. Classic Sonic. Yes, his 90s self. It's important for a couple of reasons. One, Classic Sonic is prone to return in anything, so he's definitely not a one-and-done type of thing. We sort of saw this with Sonic Runners. Two, Sega will probably never make an Only Boost game, depending on the type of gameplay Classic Sonic has. I mean, of course he sorta does in the trailer, but do you really think he's going to be doing this in the game? I doubt it, but we'll see. Though that is what you can take from this one short trailer. So let's look at Sonic as a whole, from a few years ago until now. Then you could see where a lot of the criticism for this game is coming from. Is there too much Classic Sonic? Are they overdoing it? Now, I'm not going to take sides. I just want the game to be great. But I'm going to address the question because it is a valid one, like it or not. Going back to what I said in my Generations 2 video, I said it was a game you could only do once. And I stand by that. There's no point to have another nostalgia fest. I don't need to be reminded of Sonic's history every few years. If you show me Classic Sonic again, I'm not going to get excited anymore because you spoiled us in 2011. But with this trailer, I forgive most of this because it's a new entry that simply features Classic Sonic. That's why I'm not too upset by the video, because despite bringing Classic Sonic back again, we don't know anything about this game. To dig deeper into the too much Classic Sonic argument, we could go back to Sonic 4 Episode 1. Sure, the game doesn't feature Classic, but it's his game essentially. They may not have been confident in bringing Classic Sonic into the game, or they just wanted more people to like the new Sonic, that old school fans love to hate on. So Sonic 4 was like the beginning of Sonic's nostalgia era, and it wasn't until Generations that we actually got Classic Sonic. Now, I don't want to repeat myself, but you get what I mean. Sega knows Classic Sonic has a pretty great track record, and they won't really put him in anything bad. They're very careful with keeping his lineup clean. They threw him in Sonic Runners, they constantly re-release the classics, and the biggest thing to this argument is right before Project 2017 was revealed, we got Sonic Mania, the newest classic entry which features Classic Sonic. I said in the 2D versus 3D video that they could have two separate series in the future. And when Mania got announced, I immediately thought this was true. And it could be. But especially after that, I did not expect Classic Sonic to be shown again. And if that's where the frustration comes from, I can completely see that, because a lot of people really like modern Sonic, and they loved where he was going from Unleashed onwards. To break the pace with Sonic Lost World and get their hopes up with this trailer, they just brought Classic Sonic back into it. To them and a number of others, it looks like they have little to no faith in modern Sonic. Like, you questioned why Classic had to be in this game to begin with, given that they just announced his game. Was it because people love him, or do they just need him to make the game great? Assuming this plays something like Generations, where Classic Sonic is the only other playable character, you could see it as two things: an addition to gameplay that was already good, or a waste of gameplay that could have been used on more modern Sonic. Again, we don't know anything about this game. Classic Sonic could be in one stage and get hit by a car in the next cutscene, who knows. And because of this, I don't mind Classic Sonic being here because it's not Generations 2, meaning we could get other characters as well. Classic Sonic is in Dash, so is Knuckles, Shadow, Tails, everyone. Will that happen? I seriously doubt it, but it's cool to believe. All I'm saying is, I could easily see why people were upset by this trailer. They have a right to be. I personally didn't care when I saw Classic Sonic, because seeing 91 Sonic in the newest 3D game has no reason to excite me anymore, but I still believe it looks super promising for reasons stated in my last video. That's all there is to it. I can't wait to hear more about the game so we'll know what exactly Classic's role is. It's hard for me to see it being anything other than Generations gameplay, but they promise this thing is unique, so let's wait and see. I'm Steven Ux, and I will definitely talk to you all later.